Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron. The podcast where Floridians discuss the crazy but true stories that always seem to take place in Florida. We're back again.
Back again.
We decided to come on back.
After a 6-day break.
We take a 6-day break. We release an episode. We record an episode. We supper together.
Come in hot.
Yep. We come in hot.
Hit record.
Boom. We walk right out.
Right out.
On
the red carpet.
On the red carpet.
Bless our Lord.
Yep.
You guys, what'd y'all do this week?
I
went to the dog park.
Yeah, what'd you do there?
Really?
Yeah, I took my dog to the dog park. I learned something special about her.
Okay, tell us.
So, you know how the dog park community is.
Right, just real snobby.
Yeah, real bougie. So
Yeah,
you got some dogs over in one corner, and they got like rope collars,
right,
chain collars, or the dirty Walmart pattern collars,
right.
And then you got the other crew, in their corner playing around, and they got their name brand, Snooty Pooch,
right, exactly,
or Moshiko.
I hate those people,
right,
or
right.
All name class brands.
Right,
so I take my dog and I'm watching her, paying attention, not paying attention,
Sure.
Uh-huh.
And I see her playing with old, Moshika.
Yeah, Snooty Poots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I see her run over and plays with the other one.
Right.
So, and she did that the whole time. It was just really cool knowing that my dog is colorblind.
Yeah.
That
was Josh breaking the ice.
So
breaking
it's good to
the
know
ice
that about your dog. You train your dog up. You let him watch BET. You let him watch CNN, CMT,
whatever they want.
Colorblind.
Yep.
Wow. I love it. I'm glad to know that about your dog now.
Yeah, she's a sweet baby.
Yeah, sweet baby. Now I feel that's probably the favorite. That's one of my favorite stories.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, good. It's
true
good.
Story.
Yeah, good. I do have a longing though in my heart to be hooked on something.
Oh, I got to be hooked on headlines.
Reese Puff cereal.
Hooked on headlines, baby.
All right. Florida man threatened to destroy an entire town.
Okay.
Sounds scary, right?
Yeah.
With an army of turtles.
Ooh.
Okay. I think he was talking about a copy of The Town DVD.
Yes.
Ben Affleck, mask,
right. Beautiful
bank.
flick.
Yeah. You wrap that thing in lettuce, turtles would destroy that.
They would tear it up.
No, he was talking about the town of Indialantic, Florida.
Okay.
Ever heard of it?
No.
Me either.
Okay.
So it's south of Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
The authorities received multiple calls about this man, Thomas Lane, for disturbing the peace
Belligerent
at several businesses in Indialantic.
What's the crime?
Well, he was basically shouting at people, yelling at people, and calling himself the Saint, and allegedly said his army of turtles would destroy everyone.
Now, these are land turtles? I thought those were tortoise.
Right.
If he doesn't even know, then I wouldn't take the threat serious.
This guy's
He
obviously
had them in a tub of water.
Oh my gosh. On leashes in a tub of water?
Yeah.
And can you picture the cops kind of coming around the car, like standing back with like their tasers?
I'm pretty sure they all had Moshika collars on.
Yeah.
I know who this guy is. This is Splinter.
Yeah. From Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Is that who is that? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a giant
Thomas
rat?
Splinter Lane.
No way.
I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
And I want to bring that up, guys.
Okay.
The story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is believable up to a point.
Right.
It's believable that they got changed in radioactive stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. What's unbelievable is the story. If you watch the beginning, Splinter is in a Japanese karate master's house.
Right.
He watches the Japanese karate master and then stands up and starts mimicking him. Like, what kind of rat is this? And why did the Japanese guy not think this was unique or special?
Right.
He turns around. Now he has trained a rat to do karate. And he doesn't blink an eye.
And this is the message.
It's a normal day.
They're sending children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, why would you choose that? If you exist in a universe where if animals watch you, they'll mimic you. Why would you choose a rat?
Exactly.
You choose a Calesius bird.
Yeah.
Or a giraffe.
100%.
Yeah.
With that neck.
No, I've always said that.
I know. If you have to teach an animal karate, You pick a giraffe.
It better not be a
Yes.
rat.
It better not be
No.
a rat.
So who sent that story in?
That was sent to us by MJ from Dover,
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Oh,
MJ, what's happening?
New Hampshire here's nice this time of year.
Very nice this time of year.
So do you guys know what's going on in Dover, New Hampshire? I mean, she was nice enough to read what was happening in Florida.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, this Saturday down at Tammy's Pancakes, they are having
Vicecapades.
they're having Vicecapades. It is a sin-filled night on ice.
Uh-huh.
You show up, you bring your skates, you bring your pancakes, and
Hot cakes, they call them.
Well, the girls bring hot cakes, the guys bring slapjacks.
Yeah. Slapjacks? Yeah.
And you divide into two teams. It's fun. I don't want to spoil
Yeah,
it.
no.
That's what's happening in Dover. So good luck to you guys
My
this weekend.
ad said bring your hot cakes and sausage. And I
Right.
thought, this is kind of
Right. You got one of the ads down from the library.
yeah.
I got that
it was
one.
hanging up. I ripped it off.
I got that
Yeah,
one too.
the
right.
little tab at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was I feel that's a great headline.
Yeah.
Be there, be square.
So I'm going to go off of Josh's dog park.
Okay.
So we'll talk about a Florida man story with the dog.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cute. He better
Florida
live.
man. I don't know what
Okay.
type of collar he had.
Oh,
Yeah.
Probably.
Naturally.
I can't stop saying it. It's so fun to say.
It's so
you try it, Wayne. Cameron, don't you dare say it.
All right. So Florida man
Uh-huh.
run over
Oh.
by truck driven by his dog.
Oh, phew. I thought this was going a different way.
So it's supposed to be man's best friend, right?
Right.
You
No.
wouldn't expect your best friend to run you over with
I
your
think
own
dog
truck.
was slang.
Yeah, but
In
I
this case.
just want to say
Let's see.
it
Spell
D-
DAWG.
Yeah, it's dog. It just means it's buddy.
it's homeboy. If you reverse the roles, right?
Yep.
You say a man runs over his dog in a truck,
Lock 'em
people
up.
are gonna burn the town down.
Yes.
To get to this guy. You say dog runs over a man, everybody's all giggly
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
Put it on a podcast.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
congratulate the dog.
Exactly.
So Christopher Bishop, 43 years old, was
Uh-huh.
laying under his F-150,
Okay.
checking for oil leaks.
Daring the dog to ride over him?
Basically.
And he left his vehicle in neutral,
Dumb, dumb.
and then the driver's door was left open. So basically, his bulldog Tassie,
Yeah.
the bulldog,
It's got the surface area and the density
yes,
to knock a clutch.
and basically jumped into the truck and knocked it into gear. Ran over Christopher.
And
Wow.
what's odd is he called her Sassy Tassie.
Yes,
Oh,
And so she kind of beep
fat
booped.
Tassie.
She did. She beep booped
Yeah.
over there. She's like, I'll show him. She gets in the driver's seat and then crunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slaps
I mean, he
her
should
butt
call
against
that
the gear shift.
F-150 Tassie's taxi.
Yes, she.
That is funny.
Wow. Puns.
So I don't think anybody was really concerned, but Christopher's okay.
Oh no, I wasn't concerned.
Yeah.
Christopher sounds
So
like a
is
jerk.
Tassie.
Oh, he
They're
didn't beat
both
her.
okay.
That's good.
Good.
That's
Well,
good.
I feel hooked on those headlines.
That's a good story.
I feel encouraged by those headlines.
Double encouraged.
Yeah. So, but I don't feel truly broken.
Yeah.
Now,
I can help.
Can you break
I
us?
think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a weird question.
Okay.
Okay.
This one was sent in,
Okay. Okay.
and I've read it.
It's weird that it's a weird question because usually your questions are very normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, super normal.
Yeah. Favorite ice cream, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
This one says, excluding the sense of smell,
Okay.
what sense would you sell, and for how much?
Okay. So,
Wait,
Because
say-
they know smell is the go-to. That's what I'm guessing.
Like,
from-
so
you could-
as in if you
could
We're
live
gonna-
without.
yeah,
Yeah.
like something that you would not have anymore,
oh yeah,
but
you
somebody
have
would
to.
pay you not to have it.
Yeah, in this world, you have to give it up.
Okay.
Okay. Just for I'm sorry, just for my dumb self, can we go over the census real fast?
Okay.
Well, also the question: if you set the price too high, the seller's not going to buy it, and
Oh, so we have to set a price.
yeah,
And you still
okay.
lose it?
yeah, you still lose it.
Okay. And we can't choose smell.
It's got to be economically achievable for
Yeah.
a person who wants census.
Gotcha.
I would choose taste
Oh,
because
Wow.
then
how
I,
much though?
I would sell it for.
You want to go over the census?
I'd sell it
'Cause
for
you may
100
be missing a good
for
one.
$100?
What?
Because think about it. Because then you would stop eating food that wasn't good for you because you couldn't taste it.
You'd also be miserable. I would give you $100 not to be miserable.
No, but think about it. Like
Okay.
you could just eat like veggies and like whatever, like healthy food, and then you would just be jacked and healthy because you didn't taste all the good stuff.
Terrible.
Like, why would you eat cake if you couldn't taste it?
You could put Novocaine on your tongue and have the same benefit. That
I'm not saying that you're wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but your price is wrong.
Your price is way wrong.
Well, make it
Way
right.
wrong.
Make it right.
I don't. No, it's not my tongue.
This is not.
I wouldn't choose tongue.
Yeah. Maybe your tongue is only worth $100. I don't know. My tongue is worth more than that.
Yeah,
I've been told that a lot.
I
Oh,
just
God,
figured
yeah.
since our tongues have
Got
been
a
in the
price
same
tag on that tongue.
Yeah.
our tongues have been in the same places, we could name the price
More than once.
Yeah. So I don't know why you guys are getting so prejudiced about senses.
Well, okay. I would
Cameron?
probably say, and so to clarify,
No smell.
taste,
Yep.
smell, hearing,
Mhm.
sight,
Yes.
touch.
And magnetism.
Yes,
And magnetism.
Yeah.
So we can't do smell.
No.
Okay.
And you can't do taste because I've already said that.
Okay.
Oh,
Let
so
me-
I've
let me
only
go.
got 3 to pick.
Okay. Let me go then.
No, I don't know. If I would probably say taste.
I've already said that.
All right. I won't
Ears
say
for me.
taste.
I'd say ears.
See, I can't do that.
I'm not going to hurt any of our listeners who can't hear
Right.
by saying ears.
That's true. They'll never know.
Camera with the ear joke. Squeeze me. Sorry for the couple in the car where the wife is
Signing.
American Sign Languaging the podcast to her husband
Yeah, now I feel
who
like
lost it in the war protecting the country, you a-hole. But I'd say ears for me.
yeah. So Cameron's left with touch and
Eyes.
eyes.
That's what they call it. The senses, eyes and touch.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with touch.
Oh,
You're going to injure yourself so hard, bro.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tara.
Probably.
He's such a klutz. Everywhere.
I don't know. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
You
Cameron,
guys took 3 of them,
well,
so
yes.
you didn't really leave me with much.
That's the rules of the question that was written in.
This has been a fun segment. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish that was real, but it's not. But I feel we've broken the ice. We have been hooked on headlines.
Yes.
So I think I've got a story. I am pretty nervous about it
Ooh.
Okay.
because this story involves
Big
all
words.
5 senses.
Oh,
Okay.
I only have
Cameron's
2.
only got 2.
Good luck, buddy.
No, this story is about Edward Ball. That's his name.
Ed Ball.
Ed Ball. Ed Ball was born on March 21st, 1888.
Nope, that's
You
way
want to-
out. That's out of my range for sure. 88, 127.
If he was still alive, Josh thinks he would be
I think he's right.
127
Am I?
years old. That's pretty close.
I move those around like
Yeah, he's got his abacus out.
Like Rain Man.
That's like gee. My room, just an
Yeah.
abacus wall because I want them big numbers.
Ed Ball was born into a poor family in Virginia and was educated in a one-room schoolhouse, just like on Little House on the Prairie.
I know an
It's
architect.
very descriptive.
Yeah,
I know an architect who said, "I don't like those one-room schoolhouses."
Yeah.
that's
and
right.
Decided to mix it up.
Call back.
Yes.
So from a very young age, Ed Ball was obsessed with making money, so much so that he convinced his father to allow him to drop out of school at the age of 11 so that he can get a
Okay.
head start making money and become richer than all of his friends.
That's,
You know
the,
what's-
that's the 6th sense, right?
Yeah, money making potential. His dad
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah,
You know, it's a good sign that your kid's being raised right. And
Yeah.
he's got a good head on his shoulder.
yeah.
Where he's like, dump school. I want to make money.
At 11 years
At
old.
11
Yeah.
years old, I didn't know what money was at 11.
How good of a negotiator is this kid that his dad's like, that's a good idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
His dad's either real dim or
Yeah, at 11, he drops out of school to make money. So he tries odds and ends jobs, but nothing seems to work out. He always leaves poorer than he was before he started.
He's
the
not doing
job
too good so
somehow.
far.
This is the opposite.
Yeah, he's not somebody that you would trust to maybe, I don't know, manage anything. But one day, Ed Ball heard about an opportunity to prospect for gold in Alaska. He made the journey up to Alaska.
Okay, wow.
And he spent 7 years looking for gold.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know much about the Alaskan gold rush.
Right. He
It's
found,
gold.
He found none.
Yes.
He found
okay.
0 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you put that in ounces for me?
Yeah.
0 of the golds.
Okay.
But was he a better person when he left?
I think he was angry.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think it made him
An angry person wanting
It
to
made
make
him
money.
bitter. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of frostbite.
So once again, he was literally more poor than he was when he started.
Wow.
But while he was in Alaska, he receives a letter regarding his older sister, Jessie Ball.
Old Jesse Ball.
Jessie Ball was to become the third wife of Alfred DuPont.
DuPont. That
Okay.
sounds familiar.
So
Alfred DuPont.
the DuPont family.
Was he Mormon?
No. Third wife, as in he had divorced the first two.
Gotcha. That was allowed back then?
Yeah, well, when you have DuPont family money, you do whatever the
There
hell
you go.
want.
Yeah.
Decapitation money.
Yeah. So they were the richest family in America.
Of the paint DuPont?
Yeah. And they had been
Yeah.
the richest family for over 100 years.
Okay.
They built their wealth supplying the American military with gunpowder.
Oh,
so to-
okay.
to put
Those
this-
DuPonts. Gotcha.
Yeah. To put it in
Gunpowder
perspective, this is
DuPonts.
the early 1900s at this point, but they've been the wealthiest family for over 100 years. So basically, the major wars after the independence, these guys they're funding the
Yes.
American military with gunpowder.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to. So not only were they rich, but they were powerful and influential. Ed's sister Jessie requested that Ed come down from Alaska to Florida and work for her husband.
Now, how did a poor girl from Virginia meet a DuPont?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because that would be.
That's a great question.
That means how does a poor boy in Polk County meet an old
rich lady.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Asking for a friend.
yeah, naturally. Ed Ball, he jumps at the opportunity because his whole life he's like,
Making
yes, I
money.
just want to make money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ed comes to Florida in 1921, and Alfred DuPont, his brother-in-law,
Yep.
he publicly names him the manager of a cleaning store,
Oh,
but privately, he was Alfred DuPont's business partner and financial caretaker.
wow.
Does he know how bad he is with money, though?
I'm assuming that since Ed Ball convinced his father to let him quit school at 11,
Yeah.
he just can.
He's a talker.
He's a talker.
Yeah.
And so publicly, people are like, "Oh, this guy's managing some storefront, whatever."
Oh, yeah.
But then privately, he's a shot caller.
Yep. Like the guy who sold me my Saturn and said the company's strong, it's going to be around forever.
Yeah,
That'll work out.
yeah. The same guy that sold me the shares in Blockbuster.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
2 years ago.
Your store's looking nice.
Thank you. So Ed Ball becomes ruthless. He's firing employees for no reason whatsoever.
Okay. Cool.
He cuts pay across the board for some of the lowest earning workers.
Yep.
And he used violence and intimidation to secure business deals on behalf of the DuPont family.
Oh, glad things have changed.
Yeah.
So this guy from the start has been kind of a jerk, but now he's got a little bit of power. I mean, because keep in mind the
This is
DuPonts,
not the guy. you
they're like the
want that
wealthiest
power.
family. Yeah. And so they've got this poor boy from Alaska or from, Virginia, then Alaska, running these behind the scenes deals.
Yep.
So in 1933, Ed married his wife, Ruth.
Yes.
The prenuptial agreement was dozens of pages long
Okay.
and held 19 provisions
Wow.
that described in detail how she was to conduct herself in everyday life as a wife.
So standard prenup that
Standard
we all,
prenup.
Yeah. We all have them.
we all signed them.
yeah.
Ed even included a legal definition of the term nagging.
Oh, what is it?
Now that's interesting.
That is
Yeah.
interesting.
He wanted to have it as a way to kind of just divorce her on a
You're
on a
nagging.
flight.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Strike one, nagging.
Exactly. So even though Ruth Ball followed the agreement to
Oh,
the T, Ed still filed for divorce shortly after they were married because she was unable to conceive a child.
Oh, well, yeah, that was probably provision number 2.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a cool guy.
So she sues for alimony, and Ed fights it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Oh, cool. Reasonable, too.
Supreme Court.
Yes.
They take those cases.
Wow.
Back then, when you got DuPont money, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so this poor lady is just trying to get.
I'm sure she had a great attorney that could compete with the DuPonts.
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
And he only relented to give her any money whatsoever because he feared his public image was taking a hit. And so he finally agreed to pay his ex-wife $250,000 in one lump sum, to which the court agreed that was enough.
What sense did she have to give up?
Yeah.
She had to give up her sense of
Money
Decency.
management.
of pride.
Yeah.
That's what you call a double entendre.
Oh, I get it.
2 years later, in 1935, Alfred DuPont became suddenly and mysteriously ill.
Okay.
He passed away shortly after, naming his wife Jessie Ball
Wait a minute.
as the principal trustee to his estate. Jessie did not want the burden of managing the DuPont estate, so she hands it over to her
No.
brother,
Don't you dare say
Ed Ball.
it. Don't you
This
dare say
guy,
it. This is the
Flor-
piece of garbage.
Florida man Ed Ball is now running the DuPont estate, and Ed went bonkers in Florida
Character changed, right?
for the best.
For the best. Okay.
Yeah.
So he said,
money is going to change him
I
for
came
the better.
from poverty.
Right,
Look at these guys. I'm cutting the poor guys' wages.
right.
I got to turn a new leaf. So tell
Yeah.
me the rest.
He's wanted money
the
his
flip
whole
over.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed,
It's gonna get good.
Ed immediately purchased a majority share of the Florida National Bank,
Beautiful.
and then went on to purchase 33 other banks, combining them all to become the Florida National Group.
Okay. Probably when banks group together, it's better for the country.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better for the low consumers.
Right.
Yeah. Because then they're like, they got the money to provide
Yeah.
benefits.
So the F&G opens up 185 locations across the state, and they become known for their questionable loan practices.
Like being too big with their heart and going, no
basically,
percent, no percent. Don't worry about it.
0% interest.
Giving too much money to people who were poor and didn't understand what they were getting,
Appreciate that.
and then coming after their houses and their belongings and their loved ones, and crushing their
Wow.
life.
That's the opposite of where I thought we were going.
Yeah. So although Ed Ball had no interest in running for public office, he did have an interest in power.
Hate him. Can I just say I hate him?
Yeah,
He's going to turn a new leaf.
I'm waiting.
it's coming.
Yeah.
Through various means, he acquired enormous unofficial political power in Florida. He amassed a wide network of connections, and he was the leader of a political backroom group
Oh, gosh.
called the Pork Chop Gang.
Okay.
Okay.
I think this, but probably for the better.
Yeah.
I think if you were going to make a backroom sinister group that's going to pull the strings, you come up with a cooler name than the Pork Chop Gang.
Did they ride bicycles around town?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
I think when you're invited over to a party
chop gang.
and they go, come to the back room, you go, oh, crap.
The Pork Chop Gang.
Yeah, the pork chop gang.
Now
This
we're
is
on-
going to be a back room group, huh?
Yeah, where I'm from, that means something very different.
Yeah.
I don't know that it meant anything different back then.
Well, you didn't hang out with the cool crowd.
Yeah.
Back room things were cool. back
Yeah.
then.
So although their existence was kept a secret to the average person, the public,
In the front room.
right? The Pork Chop Gang is believed to have controlled Florida, not just Florida politics, but Florida from the years 1931 until the late 1960s.
Okay. And you mean Florida.
They controlled the entire state, basically, all under the direction of Ed Ball. So
the better.
railroads, everything. These group of like 20 guys
Yeah.
led by Ed Ball.
Pork chops.
They're controlling everything.
I
The
mean,
pork
that-
chops.
Like I told you, you control the rails?
You control the roads.
Okay.
That's it.
man.
He's
Yeah.
always said that.
Yeah.
So Ed Ball began using his newfound banking empire to purchase control over every major newspaper in Florida.
Okay. This is a good sign.
Yeah. You control the
Monies.
news.
Yep. And
The
news.
money.
Yep.
The rails.
The rails.
And
Right.
the roads.
The sugar.
Yeah.
So he would publish misinformation against
Oh,
politicians
gosh.
that he didn't like, and he would funnel money unregulated and unreported to the politicians who were willing to say and do whatever Ed Ball told them to say or do.
I hate him.
And then he felt bad, and now he's going to turn a new leaf.
Right.
Okay.
In the 1940s, a man by the name of Claude Pepper showed up on the
Okay.
political scene in Florida, and people loved him.
Yeah. You put a little pepper on your pork chop.
That's it.
Was that the same?
Delicious.
So Claude Pepper, he was the man of the people,
Okay.
populist candidate.
Yep.
He taught about focusing on education, taking care of the elderly,
Nice.
reforming Social Security and Medicare so that it works for everyone.
Okay.
And he took a very strong stance against the Castro regime in Cuba.
Okay.
And it was
yeah.
it was widely believed this guy was going to be governor someday.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him.
But all these things seem like they're good for the people.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Claude Pepper launches a campaign for Senate where he was immediately slandered and obliterated by an opposition campaign funded and organized by Ed Ball.
Well, he owned the newspapers.
Yeah, but I mean, Pepper probably like flat tired him or something.
Well,
Stepped
Ed-
on the back of his sneaker.
Ed Ball believed that Claude Pepper was giving too much power to the people.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
the dumb people.
Josh, you can't be still holding out for this guy.
I think soon he's going to go to like a revival,
Right.
Yeah.
the Lakeland revival.
Right.
Billy Graham.
Billy Graham.
change of heart.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, he's going to go down to the altar. We know how it goes.
The miraculous thing was that Ed Ball accomplished all of this without ever getting his hands dirty publicly. Like his reputation.
Well, how could he? He owned
Back
all.
room.
Well, yeah, and all of this we found out later on. Like
Nice.
at the time, no one's thinking Ed Ball's behind all this. He's but while all of this was happening in the political realm, Ed Ball quietly purchased a paper mill in anticipation of increased trade through the Panama Canal. So he's thinking, hey, these paper products are going to make a ton of money in South America.
Yep.
And so he buys this ginormous paper mill.
Okay.
Now, this paper mill was massive, and it released sulfurous and dioxin exhaust,
Yeah, they smell terrible.
which is the byproduct of the bleaching process of the paper.
Yeah.
This process turned the air for miles around the mill into a carcinogen,
Okay.
meaning that the fumes from this place literally turned the air to cancer, like it's causing cancer.
Okay. So he immediately found that out and shut it down. Like, let's go solar or something.
Yeah.
He increased production.
In an effort,
Josh, just stop.
you gotta
Just give it up.
go big to bring it home.
Right.
No, join the I Hate Ed Ball.
He's gonna
Backroom
You're gonna be
group.
eating your words.
So the paper mill was also drawing 35 million gallons of water a day from the Florida aquifers,
Filtering it, cleaning it
which lowered the state's water supply immensely.
for the better.
They also cut down millions of acres of forest and replaced it with slash pine in order to produce more paper.
Overforestation, they called it back then.
This caused the United States Department of the Interior to designate the region around the paper mill as a critically endangered ecosystem.
Yeah, for the better.
I'm just going to turn his mic off.
In 1979, the New York Times said that Ed Ball was the greatest American robber baron.
Oh,
Wait, what?
I was
Robber baron is a term that is used when somebody uses shady or unethical practices to get rich.
Okay.
And
That's not used probably anymore.
No, it's not. But they're basically saying back then, this guy is the ultimate villain.
Yeah.
And this is when, the New York
that
Times.
paper though. They're not.
Yeah, they're not controlled by Ed Ball, so they're speaking the truth. They labeled him a power broker and a clever man, but a very dangerous individual that you do not want to cross.
Okay.
Later in life, Ed Ball suffered multiple heart attacks, and on his deathbed, he's quoted as saying, "I lived my absolute best life. My
Live strong.
my
Amen.
critics be damned."
Okay. And then he said, "I'm sorry. I've made a lot of mistakes." You're not finishing the quote, are you?
His fortune had ballooned
I think it's done.
to the tunes of billions of dollars,
Gosh.
which he left in a trust fund that only had one stipulation.
Oh, here we go.
This money must be spent
the
only
church.
in Florida.
Whoa, nice.
What?
I'm in Florida.
For what, though? I mean, he didn't care about bettering Florida.
It wasn't. It was in a trust fund, and so basically, it was to be used to continue to build his business. But just it had to be.
Yeah, it just
spent
had to
on
be
other Florida.
Basically, a
products.
way to
Yeah.
make sure it was spent on his businesses.
To make the state grow and
Right.
improve.
So Ed Ball died June 24th, 1981, at the age of 93.
Oh, good. I like
Golly.
when bad guys have a
Yeah.
nice long life.
So this guy not only, it's almost like comically bad. Like, of course, he's like the puppeteer behind the scenes controlling politics.
Yeah.
But then he opens this paper mill that's causing cancer just by breathing the air. Like you can't live
Nobody
near
lives
it.
around a paper mill.
Right. And then he drains.
Nobody works at a paper mill. It's all.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, not only the people who are living in the 25-mile radius around the paper mill, people working there are breathing it in. But then they're sucking so much water from the aquifers that the state supply of water is critically low. Like, that's absolutely insane.
That was garbage water, though.
Josh, I'm going to give you one more chance.
Okay. But I'm just waiting for Wayne to say, but, like he always does every episode, he does, but.
On his deathbed.
Yes.
Here's
Told
the
you,
twist.
Cam, in your face.
Here's the twist.
Mush.
He said, if anybody's listening, I hate starving people.
I hate starving people.
Wow.
Exactly. He doesn't like starving people.
he never said that.
Nobody likes starving people.
He never said that, but he was a real and what's interesting is he actually there's actually a building named after him in Jacksonville. So I think it's kind of one of those things where, like,
okay,
it comes out in retrospect that he did some pretty terrible things.
Yeah.
But because he had built a name, because a lot of guys who, who control things of that nature and do shady stuff, they'll also here and there set up a trust fund for some kid or fund some charity
Pizza party
to give the
for,
illusion of
kindergarten.
doing something good.
Yep.
And so, they build these monuments to these people and go, okay, well, what a great guy. And then 20 years later, they're like, okay, this guy was a monster.
So
Yeah,
what he taught
terrible
us
person.
was be suspicious of people doing good things. Right? So in the end, it all worked out.
That's the Ed Ball message. But I think it's been a fantastic week. And the lesson to be
Yes.
learned here.
Yeah, a lot better than those weeks spent with Ed Ball back in the early
Delivering his,
1900s.
Don't be an Ed Ball. We
Yeah.
should adopt that phrase when somebody is being rude. Hey, don't be an Ed Ball.
come on, man. You're totally Ed balling me over here.
You're Ed Balling me right now. I feel Ed Balled.
Yeah,
I love
totally
it.
Ed Balled.
It's been a
God
great
bless.
week.
Great week.
Yep.
I'm going to miss you guys. I'm not going to see you again until next Wednesday. So what should I do with myself these next 5-6 days?
Do what you normally do. Strip and run down the street.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me. Totally Florida man.
Totally Florida man.
We love you guys. You can find us at fmofm.com.
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 Beautiful 3 times.
Our social media handles are FMOFM podcast.
Podcast.
Shout out again to MJ from Dover. Have fun at your pancake party.
And running with podcasts. He's so funny.
Running with podcasts.
Yeah,
So
he's a great
loyal.
guy.
Yeah.
And roaming with podcasts from Australia.
Yep.
That guy's been fun.
Which one came first? Running? or
Running
rowing?
did. Rowing showed up a couple weeks ago, but still a cool dude. We love you guys.
Love you.
Have a good week.
Love you.